In a quiet corner of Anambra State, a boy once stood under the shade of a mango tree, speaking not with ease, but with struggle. His words came in fragments, halting, stammered, yet his dreams flowed freely. That boy, today, he leads an empire of medicine worth over $8 billion. This is the incredible journey of Dr. Phillip Ozuah. And trust me, you haven't heard a story like this before.
Good afternoon. I wish to thank Chairman Nteje and the Board of Trustees for the honor of being named CEO of Montefiore Medicine. This afternoon, I want to share 3 key messages with you: dedication, aspiration, and dialogue. First, dedication. For over 30 years, I've had the good fortune to encounter amazing people here at Montefiore and Einstein. Wherever I worked, whether it was as a pediatric intern, my 18 years as a community physician in the South Bronx, as an NIH-funded researcher, or my 9 years as professor and university chair at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, wherever I worked, I encountered the exceptional dedication of remarkable people doing extraordinary things. Put another way, your work is important. Your dedication is inspiring. Your results are impactful. You change lives for the better.
He was born in Nigeria into a family of thinkers, dreamers, and believers. His path was not paved with luxury, but with books, questions, and an early fascination for the human body. By 14, he wasn't dreaming of fame or fortune. He just wanted to heal. The University of Ibadan gave him the tools, but America gave him the canvas. He arrived in the US not as a conqueror, but as a foreigner with a foreign accent, carrying a medical degree, a stutter, and a fire in his soul. There in the cold corridors of Montefiore Hospital, the young Nigerian doctor began to shine. Not because of privilege, not because of confidence, but because his patients trusted him. He listened deeply because he had spent his whole life learning to listen. And slowly, that listening turned into leadership. Dr. Ozuah rose quietly through the ranks. First a pediatrician, then a professor, then a chair. Then the unexpected happened. He was handed the keys to one of America's largest health systems, Montefiore Medicine and Albert Einstein College of Medicine.
Good afternoon. I wish to thank Chairman Nteje and the Board of Trustees for the honor of being named CEO of Montefiore Medicine.
A Nigerian man, now responsible for over 13 hospitals, more than 300 outpatient centers, 53,000 employees, and nearly $8 billion in healthcare operations. Yet, he never lost the essence of who he was, a boy who once stood stuttering under a mango tree. While he transformed US healthcare systems, his eyes never left home. In 2023, he quietly donated $1 million to his alma mater, the University of Ibadan. No press fanfare, no social media circles, just a simple gesture to say, I haven't forgotten.
I'm sorry to be late. Quite a storm and then
Where's the young
president? Yes,
Yes,
we're going in.
Just sorry, just have 5 minutes.
Then he returned to Ifite, Nteje, not as a guest, but as a son, feeding his people, listening, smiling, because no matter how far he had gone, his roots still held him firmly.
Bueno, Ifite bueno, pues bueno. Dalo no. Open nya, dalo no. Bueno, Emeka, open nya, can't America bien. Pues cuando cambia phone. In this somobia tricolone, Onyabo ambassador, ambassador Nigeria, America, New York, somobia. His Excellency, Ozuah Kajida, Viko Colony Aka. Excellency, welcome. Pandemwanya, Yochinelo, Iyo Mercury. Also, Kevin, one more Kachineju, Abawanga. Also, Amawanga, Ebonyi, Agwani, Sitwani, Babia, Umwese Kanja Wall, Tavun. So, even Malia Bokana, Ogono put Denia, eventually Bonabona, Ezino on Nina, Dena Ifite. Ezino on Nina, Dena Ifite. Avavat, Dena Popo. You put Ogunewa Parais. Nina dinner Ifite Ababa and Awo, ye put a pool in the Guama beans.
For years, he hid a secret. He was a stutterer, a stammerer. But instead of breaking him, it shaped his leadership. It made him listen more than he spoke. It made him reflect when others reacted. And it made him a man people followed, not out of fear, but out of trust. In 2023, standing beside Hollywood actress Emily Blunt, he received an award for overcoming his speech disorder and using it to uplift others.
Award. The American Institute of Stuttering presents this award to individuals who have excelled in their chosen careers without allowing their stuttering to hold them back. And tonight we are so privileged to honor a man who has not only excelled in his career, but has dedicated his life to elevating and delivering first-rate healthcare, particularly for the most vulnerable people in our community. Though born and raised in Nigeria, Dr. Phillip Ozuah has worked and lived in New York through most of his career and devoted his attention to medical issues unique to our city. He has been a pediatrician in the South Bronx, a dedicated researcher focusing on solving children's issues.
That night, a man who once struggled to say his own name addressed the world with calm, clarity, and courage.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Emily. Thanks to everyone involved with AIS, my wonderful friends, the Nigerian family. Thank you for being here. My family, my wife, Dr. Tess Ozuah, Phoebe, Piers, our children. Thank you all for being here. The year was 1989. You arrive as a young immigrant doctor
who started fairly obviously as a child, and you arrive in New York to train at this big institution, this hospital. And in your first month, you encounter two people. A supervising male doctor who went out of his way to draw unflattering attention to any word upon which you stuttered. It was a sort of a sport for him. And you also encounter a female supervising doctor who barely spoke to you all month long, and at the end of the month writes your evaluation and says you were unqualified, unintelligent, unworthy to be in that institution. And you're sure that it's a mistake because, among other things, you always wore a shirt and a tie and trousers and polished shoes and a starched white coat. And she had rated you on every attribute. On a scale of 0 to 10, she rated you a 0, including on appearance. And so you're thinking, well, my intellect may not be up to par, but I looked sharp, I thought.
Dr. Phillip Ozuah isn't just a doctor. He's not just a CEO. He is a story, written by persistence, edited by struggle, and published by grace. He reminds us that where you start doesn't define where you'll end. That a village boy can reshape medicine. That silence can become strength. And as he continues to lead, give, and inspire, one truth remains clear. The story of Phillip Ozuah is still being written. At Ebonyi People TV, we believe stories like this deserve to be told because they are not just stories, they are blueprints of hope. If this inspired you, hit the like button, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold African success stories. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and keep believing.